Inbounds pass goes to Sorrell. Swinging it around to the left side, Perez. Perez looks to the corner but hits Dean on the left block. She turns, shoots. It looked good, but it's short. Rebound by Shaw. She's going to push the pace. Perez tries to shut her off, but she bounces it up ahead to Beth. Beth, nice defense by Stewart on the baseline. Beth, nice flick inside, baseline jumper for Shaw. Is nothing but net for Harmony Shaw. Nice looking transition offense by the Lady Tigers. That extends their lead to 13-7. Just under 10 seconds to go. Brandon crosses half court. Now Stewart. Dean with it, top of the key. Back to Brandon. Her long three is up and off the glass. No good. She knew it. Rebounded by Comstock, and the buzzer does sound. So at the end of one, Labette County 7, Fort Scott 13. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout on KLKC. You're listening to Lady Grizzly Basketball.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital.
The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you,
we will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line,
while we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
Thirteen to 7, Lady Tigers at the end of one. Will, kind of walk our listeners here quickly through as we get set. What happened in the first quarter?
Well, to all those who are listening to us on the live stream, as we're finally back on the live stream, Labette County's flat. They're fatigued. They don't look ready to go, and Fort Scott punched them in the mouth, back-to-back threes out of the gate, and the three ball's the story. 3 threes and only 2 field goals from inside the three-point line this far.
As Fort Scott's going to try to build on that momentum Will just touched on as they have the ball. Here's Altick. She's made a couple threes tonight. She'll swing it around to Beth. Closed out on by Perez. And we're going to have a cylinder foul blocking. I don't know. But that's
check.
Kind of a – she's called a couple of those.
She's going to call it really dang tight, by the way it's going right now.
As Perez picks up her first personal and fourth team foul. Perez had, I think, 4 fouls last night. If not fouled out, I think just 4. But Perez does get kind of handsy at times. In the ball with it is a newly checked-in Mackenzie Murphy, the 5'10" sophomore for the Lady Tigers. On the deep left side is Yerrick on the ball reversal. Nice defense by Brannon. Now in the corner, Beth, guarded by Forbes, who just came back in. Now at the top here is Altick. Now right side on the dribble handoff, Comstock back to Altick in the corner. Head fakes. Finds Beth at the top. She's backing it out almost to the volleyball line. She'll come off of an Altick screen. Forbes does a good job of getting around it. Beth working on Forbes. Nice defense. Back to Altick. She kicks back and gives it off to Yerrick. Back to Altick now. Kind of just playing catch right now. Just waiting on the right moment to strike.
Well, and that's going to be the story for the Tigers now, is they know they can't outscore these Labette County Grizzlies, so they're going to have to play their game and take the easy buckets, run their offense. It's more of a St. Mary's Colgan look, as they're going to run flex here, and so it's down screen, side screens, cut up, break up. So now the baseline person gets a screen. Now they get a down screen for Beth.
Yeah,
it's just continuous.
The whole time Will was talking, they're still just constantly doing all this different stuff as a turnaround floater by Beth is good. So they had the ball for probably 30 seconds minimum and came away with 2 points. It's 15-7 Lady Tigers. Grizzlies with it. Here's Dean. It's almost poked out of bounds by Yerrick, but she'll give it out to Brandon at the top. Here's Stewart right side. Fort Scott still in that 2-3 zone, daring us to beat him from the outside. Here's Forbes with it left wing. Has nowhere to go, goes left, now right. Here's Stewart at the foot of the logo. Stewart goes right, hits Brandon on the right side. Pump fakes to the corner, hits a flashing Forbes on the right block. Kicked out to the corner, Sorrell. Brandon pulls up from deep, and it's off the mark, no good. Kind of not a shot that you want to see. Here's Fort Scott in transition. Comstock picking up her dribble. Nice defense by Sorrell, but Beth maintains. Here's a 3 by Altick. It would be a dagger early, and it's no good. Rebounded in the far corner, however, by Comstock. Now inside, here's Murphy. Turns, shoots, no good, and Sorrell on the rebound. Much needed stop for Labette County.
Yeah, and it's almost like I don't like to call this that shot, but it's almost like Brandon's 3 on the last possession was a desperation.
Right. Yeah, that is what it felt like. As Sorrell turns and shoots, and she's fouled. So a quick turnaround on the other end as Elsie Sorrell now is headed to the free throw line for 2 shots. That will be Mackenzie Murphy's first personal and third team foul. Elsie's first free throw is up and off the mark. Checking in for Fort Scott is Carson Wonderly, the 5'8" freshman, and she'll check in for Abby Altick. And checking in for Labette County is Jasmine Perez, and sitting down is Madison Brannon. Sorrell has one free throw to come. It's on its way, and it's short, no good. Couple uncharacteristic misses from Elsie Sorrell. Score remains 15-7 as the ball is thrown out of bounds by Beth off the hands of Yerrick. It'll be Lady Grizzly basketball. Fort Scott right now is kind of daring Labette County to get back in this game on the offensive end.
Yeah, and they're still sitting in that 2-3 zone. They're saying, hey, you're not going to beat us from the inside. You're going to shoot it from the outside, and if you shoot it really well, then you'll beat us.
As we do have a blocking foul on Ella Beth as Perez hits the deck. Checking in again is Harmony Shaw for the Lady Tigers, and she replaces Keegan Yerrick.
Still a 2-3 zone from these Tigers.
Yeah, it is. It's given the Lady Grizzlies fits so far. Stewart inbounds it in the corner to Forbes. Now inside to Sorrell. It's poked out of bounds here by Hardesty, or Murphy rather. It'll stay with the Lady Grizzlies, but still a lot of kinks in the Grizzly offense here. Another substitution sitting down is Murphy, and coming back in is Williams. Forbes looking for someone to throw it to as she finds Sorrell over the top of Beth. Here's Forbes just inside the three-point line, in and out. Rebounded here under the goal by Williams. She's trying to clear it out as Perez hits the deck as Dean got a hand on it, and that'll force the jump ball, and it will be Lady Grizzly basketball. So again, even though things aren't really going our way, we still see the fight that we're known for on this end off the rebound.
Yeah, you're still only down 8. You're not down double digits. Grizzlies can score 8 points quickly, but they got to find momentum and find it slowly.
Dean throws it into Forbes, and Forbes throws it back to Dean, and it's intercepted by Williams. Dean takes a gamble at it and picks up a foul. That's 5 team fouls on Labette County.
That's 2 on Dean.
And that's 2 on Anna Dean. At the scoring booth is Madison Brannon and Claire Carnahan. Looks like the Lady Grizzlies are going to pick them up full court here. And sure enough, Carnahan and Brannon do check in for Dean and Forbes. You can kind of feel the Grizzly fans behind us just like, come on, you know, like when is the surge going to come? Hopefully sooner than later. Ball inbounded to Shaw. Perez gets a hand on the pass and steals it away here. Nice hands by Jasmine Perez up the court to Stewart, and she'll put up a layup, and they'll call the jump ball. It'll be Lady Tiger basketball, so nice recovery defense there off the turnover by Shaw, as Shaw did kind of give up the turnover and then gave it right back to her Lady Tigers. 15-7 Lady Tigers, 4 minutes and 55 seconds in the first half left. Here's Williams with it. Grizzlies still picking them up at half court here. Here's Shaw, cut off by Sorrell, and Stewart loses it. Stewart picks it up. They're moving up the court here. They have numbers. Here's Perez, right-handed layup off the glass is no good. Rebounded by Brannon. Her put-up's no good, and the rebound is brought down by everybody. There were 4 hands on that ball, 4 players, and it's a jump ball. As they'll say, it goes to the Lady Grizzlies, as 2 misses right at the rims, Will.
Yeah, it's missed bunnies. The basketball just doesn't want to go through the rim, and hopefully Brannon.
Nice entry pass to Brannon, and her layup with the left hand rolls around the rim, no good, and a foul going the other way on Labette County. So the Lady Grizzlies are stunned here early. We'll see if they can get out of the mud, as they're down 15-7 still and just can't get anything to go.
I don't remember last time I saw this team score 7 points, or last time I saw this team score 7 points through a quarter and a half.
Yeah, and I don't know when Fort Scott scored 15 points in a game against us. Not to mean that in a bad way, but they scored single digits the past couple times we've played them. Already with 15 here with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Here's a pass intercepted by Perez. She's pushing Beth. Her left-handed layup's off the glass and good for Jasmine Perez. Coach Steps wants a quick timeout. It's 15-9 Lady Tigers. 4 minutes to go in the first half. We'll take a 30-second timeout on KLKC. You're listening to Lady Grizzly basketball.
Wood Doolahary Insurance 2020 is over. We're looking forward to a great 2021. The Chiefs are looking strong, and so are we.
Zoom calls are still part of everyday office life, and we're still social distancing.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood Doolahary Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
And proud partner of Auto Owners Insurance.
Halfway through the second quarter, it's Lady Tigers 15, Labette County 9, but right after a Jasmine Perez steal and finish on the other end, Coach Steps immediately called a timeout, trying to cut off all circulation for this Lady Grizzly team. We'll see if it worked, as it is Lady Tiger basketball. Here's Wonderly with the basketball. Picks up her dribble. Perez is going to try to make her regret it, but she finds Beth, who's doubled by Carnahan and Perez. Ball's on the deck, and it falls out of bounds. It will be Lady Grizzly basketball, so a nice trap there at half court by the Lady Grizzlies, trying to build on the momentum here. Down now just 6 points. Perez walks it up just now, crosses half court. Here's Brandon left wing. I cannot help it. All I can do is shake my leg as Will signals for me to stop shaking my leg.
The table shakes.
It's a habit.
Jackson motion's going.
Here is Brandon, and she catches it at the baseline, and the jump ball is forced by Comstock and Wonderly, so it'll go right back to the Lady Tigers.
Our cameraman's even sitting down tonight, and he's sitting here thinking, man, this table's shaking.
I got that from my dad, so blame it on him.
I couldn't imagine last night then, sitting there both
we didn't really, it was a nice setup last night in the bleachers, so it wasn't too big of a problem. Here's Hardesty with the basketball, now up the court to Beth. It's intercepted by Brandon and picked up by Carnahan. She's looking to push the pace, finds Perez. She's inside the paint, working around the defenders, puts up a floater. It's no good. Rebounded by Carnahan. Right back out to Sorrell. Nice look to Stewart inside the three-point line, and that's nothing but net for Carson Stewart. 15-11, Grizzlies with momentum. Let's see if they can get another stop here. Here's Fort Scott Tiger basketball, tipped out of bounds by Sorrell on the push. And it'll stay with Fort Scott, but you can feel the momentum rising as the bench now has some energy, as do the fans behind us.
Yeah, this gym has had no energy, even Fort Scott fans. There was no energy with their surgeons they started with.
Yeah, that is true. It's been pretty quiet, really, for each fan base. And a pass tipped out of bounds again by Madison Brannon. Lady Grizzlies being awful handsy in these passing lanes. It stays with Fort Scott, however. Inbounded to Ella Beth. Beth crosses the logo, picked up by Perez, kicks it to the right side, Hardesty. Hardesty double teamed by Perez and Brannon, and a blocking foul called on Jasmine Perez. And I think that's number 2 on Jasmine Perez, and that will be the 7th team foul for Labette County. So Kenzie Hardesty is going to go to the line to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. Lauren Forbes quickly checks in for Jasmine Perez. That is indeed her second personal foul.
Yeah, and it's been interesting. I heard a coach over here yell foul, and all of a sudden the whistle blew.
As Hardesty kind of has a different little free throw routine as she puts it up, and it's good. She kind of did a little fancy dribble there. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I don't know, it was really quiet in here during that free throw, though.
I'm telling you, it's even whenever there are usually fans allowed, it's pretty quiet during free throws. Hardesty has one more free throw to come. It's on its way, and it falls home. It hit the front of the rim. Didn't look like it was going to fall, but it was nice to her. So big 2 free throws there. Here's Sorrell on the press break. Turns, throws to Forbes. Forbes gets inside the paint, and she jump stops. Nothing's there. Nice defense by Williams, and there's going to be a foul on Williams, I believe. That will be the 5th team foul for the Lady Tigers. Grizzlies still down 6 with 2:51 on the clock in the first half. That is, in fact, on Addie Williams, her second personal. Checking in is Mackenzie Murphy, and sitting down is Addie Williams.
I can't get over how dead this gym feels.
I know, it's really weird, and Fort Scott's probably playing one of the better first halves they've played all year, and you can't feel it. Here's an interception off the inbound by Comstock. She gets by Stewart. Nothing's in her way but Elsie Sorrell, and it's poked from behind out of bounds by Carson Stewart, and it'll stay with the Fort Scott Tigers. So the Grizzlies are doing okay on the defensive end, but they're just going to have to find a way to get back in it more efficiently on the other end. Inbounded here by Hardesty over the top to Murphy. Now back out to Altick. Now Beth, now deep behind the three-point line towards the top of the key. Here's Ella Beth, decides not to use an Altick screen. Here she'll use a double screen, gets around Carnahan, gets inside, right-handed layup, rolls around the rim, no good. Nice-looking shot there by Ella Beth, rebounded by Carson Stewart.
Yeah, that thing had a lot better chance of going in than I thought it might.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of a Harlem Globetrotter layup. Here's Sorrell on the right block, and it's short, no good. Nice defense by Murphy, rebounded by Beth. She's wasting no time, crossing half court already. Switches right to left on Forbes, kicks it to the corner. Altick squares up 4-3, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Murphy, kicked back out for Beth for a fresh possession.
The Fort Scott's content setting up their offense here with 1:56 left.
You can definitely tell what their strategy is, and it's definitely worked for them to kind of just keep the game, low intensity. As we do have a forced turnover, however, Stewart picks it up, and she's fouled really quick by Comstock.
She called that on the arm. It might have been in the head.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me, as that's the 6th team foul for the Lady Tigers. Checking in for the Lady Grizzlies is Shelby Wilson, and taking a breather is Carson Stewart. Abby Altick, on the other hand, takes a seat, and Harmony Shaw checks in. 1:45 on the clock. Grizzlies down 17-11 with the basketball. Brandon off the kick to Forbes on the left wing, looking inside. Surveys, Sorrell at the top now. Wilson, now Forbes on the right corner. Takes Shaw baseline, pulls up from just inside. It's no good. Rebounded by Brandon. She takes a power step, kicks it out to Forbes, who's off the glass and in for Lauren Forbes. 17-13, Lady Tigers. 1:17 on the clock. Every stop will be big going into the locker room for the Lady Grizzlies, as Hardesty has it, flings it to Beth. Now to the corner, Shaw. Step back three, his head faked and kicked back out to Beth.
And he's going to hold for one shot. They're going to be content sitting still.
Yeah, that's a good decision, because how often do you have the lead on the Lady Grizzlies going to the locker room? Here is Ella Beth at the logo, just killing some time. Forbes creeping up on her. Beth tries to get by, but nice defense by Lauren Forbes. Beth still with it. Forbes giving her fits. Beth switches directions and is back out at the logo. 43 seconds on the clock and counting. Forbes still working on Beth at the half-court line, basically. Beth fakes the right side, kicks it back out now. She still has it. She's going to the left now. She's just dribbling on Forbes right now as we're under 30 seconds. And she tries to draw a foul on Forbes, and they do call it.
They got to 4 of the 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
As this official walked up and started counting.
So Beth knew she had to make something happen, and she drew a foul on Forbes. That's an 8th team foul. So Beth is going to go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Checking in is Yerrick, and sitting down is Comstock for the Lady Tigers. And for the Grizzlies, Lauren Forbes is going to take a breather, and Carson Stewart checks back in for her. Ella Beth's front end of the 1-and-1 is up. And it is good from Ella Beth. So 18-13 Lady Tigers. Beth, one more to come from the free throw line. Beth puts it up, and it's good. Didn't even hit the rim. 19-13. Beth knocks down 2 from the charity stripe, nearing the 20-second mark here in the first half, and we have another travel on Shelby Wilson. That's 3 travel calls on Shelby. As all of this is just, it's weird. This feels weird to watch. I mean, and we're only down 6.
Jack, I hate to say it, trap game. That's the way it feels right now in this first half.
Well, there's still 16 minutes of play to go.
But right now, if you were to look at the first half, it begins to get that feeling.
As the ball is thrown to Ella Beth here. It could have been picked up. Nobody grabbed it. 15 seconds left on the clock, and Beth has it now. Stewart this time guarding her. Nice defense by Carson Stewart. She's really active right now. Under 10 seconds to go. If Fort Scott hit one here, it'd be huge. Beth's open from the top. It'd be big off the glass. No good. 3 seconds on the clock. Rebounded by Wilson. No foul called on the body. As the clock expires, and Brandon heaves a 3/4 court shot. So at the end of the first half, Lady Tigers 19, Labette County 13. You heard me right. We'll take a 2-minute break here on KLKC. You just listened to a half of Lady Grizzly basketball.
If you want to help others, then join Labette Community College Dental Assistant Program to place yourself in a field with rewarding income potential, job growth, mobility, and a career that's ever-changing. Start today for an engaging career, which may serve as a starting point to become a hygienist or dentist. Earn a certificate in as little as 9 months or an associate's degree in dental assisting in as little as 2 years. Earn your dental assistant degree for as little as $119 per credit hour. Call today to find out more about this exciting program being offered at the LCC Cherokee Center near Pittsburgh.
It could happen any time or place. You feel a tingle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you're trying to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke. It's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time. That smells fast. Better call 911. At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health. Hi, this is Brian at Bowen Pharmacy, and we are so excited to have this new compounding lab that we have created and designed to help you choose the different kind of medications that you might need. In here we do compounding, custom medications for you. We could do bioidentical hormones, so that's testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. We could do DHEA. We could do any of those medications to help you level out those hormones to help you stay healthy and better. We could do troches, we could do capsules, we can even do rapidly dissolved tablets, all right here at Bowen Pharmacy in Parsons, Kansas. We even have great diaper rash cream that will help your baby heal and be better and safer in the long run. Once again, we're always thankful that you choose Bowen Pharmacy to be your local provider and to make you better and to help you stay healthier and live longer. Thank you and enjoy the day.
So at the end of one half of play here in Fort Scott, Lady Tigers 19, Lady Grizzlies 13. I don't need to say it again. Will, do you have some halftime stats for us?
Well, it depends. Do we really want to look at halftime stats? We'll start with the Fort Scott Tigers leading 19-13. Labette with 5, 1 field goal on the night, 2 free throw attempts, both successful. Hardesty with 5 on the night, 1 3 and 2 free throw attempts, both go in. Shaw with 2, Altic with 8, all 8 coming in the first quarter. Tigers scored 13 in the first quarter and only 6 in quarter number 2. For Labette County, it's Dean with 3, Sorrell with 2, Stewart with 2, Forbes with 2, and Perez with 4. Lady Grizzlies scored 7 in the first quarter and 6 in quarter number 2. Big side note, Labette County yet to hit a 3 in this ball game, whereas Fort Scott has hit 3 already.
Yeah, and I think that I was kind of thinking about that during our little break there. I think that a three-pointer is going to be the turning point here in the third quarter. It's safe to say that was the worst first half of basketball we've seen these Lady Grizzlies play, and I'm no Fort Scott enthusiast, but that's probably one of, I'm not going to say the because I don't know, one of the best first halves they've played. They have 19 points, which the last 2 times we've played Fort Scott, I don't even know if those totals combined for 19. I want to say they were both single digits. I could be wrong, but they were low either way. But anyways, and we're down 6. 2 shots. We're down 6. I think we'll be okay. I do agree it does feel like a trap game. You know, you're at Fort Scott. It's kind of a dreaded place to go play. But I still think that these Lady Grizzlies are going to come out a lot different. It might take them a little bit, but I do think that they'll pick it up, create some turnovers. They did create some turnovers, but they didn't turn them into points like we were used to seeing.
Yeah, there was no run out and transition. You're used to seeing 4 Grizzlies run the floor, and we don't even see that right now. It's more like one's getting out and going, the others are kind of sitting back trailing, waiting for something good to happen. And Labette County, I think, walked in tonight a little tired, had an aggressive game last night, and they just haven't woken up. And your halftime message right now is, hey, girls, you've had 2 quarters to wake up. Now it's time to go back to work. If you want to be where you want to, if you're in goals to be a state champion or you're in goals to make it into that Final 4 of state, you're going to have to play back-to-back. You're going to have to play 2 games. You're going to have to put together 8 quarters to get to your dreams. And right now, Lady Grizzlies, they're going to find out if they can put together at least 6 because it's going to take 6 to win it.
Yeah, and like we said in the pregame, this isn't the first time they've had to play back-to-back days. They hosted Fort Scott on the Thursday night in Altamont, then went to Parsons and played a Parsons team, and this is kind of a similar setup.
It was Chanute.
What did I say? I meant to say Chanute. Sorry. Yep. I meant to say Chanute, but squeaked out of there with a 60-57 win over the Blue Comets, and they're a pretty good team. And then the next day we went and played Parsons, who isn't quite as good.
And Chanute came up here and lost.
And last night we played a Pittsburgh team who's pretty good, and now we play a Fort Scott team who's not that great. So it's a similar scenario, but a lot different outcome tonight, as Fort Scott has played pretty good, and as Will mentioned, Chanute did come up here and win, but I don't want to start comparing our team to Chanute because I think that we're a lot better, a lot deeper at least, as 19-13. We're about 4 minutes away from the beginning of the second half, so we'll take one more 3-minute timeout here on KLKC and then get you set for the second half of play. 3 minutes on KLKC.
I'm a patriot and a mechanic, which means I know the difference between a symbol and a tool. The American flag is a symbol of everything that I would die to defend. This is a tool. It says nothing about my politics. I wear it to protect the people that I love. We have a job to do, and this is the right tool for that job. Welcome back to Fort Scott, Kansas, everybody. I'm Jack Leake. Alongside me is Will Owens. And, you know, kind of my prediction for the second half is going to be third quarter, about 2 minutes through the third quarter, we're still down 5-6 points. And then we hit a three that turns into a stop, and then maybe another three. And then once we take the lead, Fort Scott doesn't get it again. But we got to get the lead first. I mean, I'm not trying to underestimate Fort Scott because they've already proved me wrong, but if just from a basketball fan standpoint, that's my thoughts.
Yeah, you got to do something. Ball's got to go through the rim. Somebody's got to see a shot go through. And once the one person sees a distant shot go through, then maybe it loosens up a little bit.
Yeah, as Will did say at the halftime show, we have yet to hit a three, which is, I doubt we've done that all season. I'll have to look back at the book, but I doubt. Oh, we didn't hit one in the first half? Wow, we were probably still up on them too, but that's not the case tonight. As it'll be our basketball pass tipped out of bounds by Beth. Nice defense by Labette. It'll stay
Jack,
with Labette County.
That's why we don't sit down there.
Yeah, as the ball went right at the radio crew for Fort Scott. Looks like he's okay. Here's Stewart with the basketball. Now right wing to Forbes. Grizzlies trying to chip away. Entry pass to Dean. She turns off the glass. She's fouled. So you can tell that they still want to stay with their bread and butter, which is the entry presence of Dean and Sorrell.
Yeah, and after Dean got those two quick fouls, we never really saw her again.
As she has really elevated her game the past couple weeks and still continued that at Pittsburgh last night as her first free throws off the mark.
One more to come from Anna. It's up, and it is good. Nothing but net for Anna Dean. 19-14. Grizzlies need a stop here. Just try to get back in this one is all you can do. It starts on the defensive end. Tiger basketball pass is intercepted by Madison Brandon. Here they come. Brandon's pressuring from behind. She picks it up and reverses it out to Sorrell. Quickly inside to Forbes. Back out to the corner. Brandon 4-3. It's long. Rebounded by Hardesty on the backside. She's pushing the pace. Stewart calls for somebody to pick her up, but she will do it. And it'll be Beth with it. Hardesty catches a pass she wasn't ready for. Now inside to Williams. Back out to Hardesty. Cut off defense by Sorrell. She reverses it to Beth.
Labette County transitions to a 2-3 zone now.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can throw
or
something.
A matchup zone.
It's kind of turned back into a matchup now. At the top is Altick. Here's Williams right side guarded by Sorrell. Nice defense inside by Stewart and Dean right there. Here's Brandon pressuring the ball on Hardesty, not giving her any room. Now with it is Comstock, closed out by Stewart. Now right corner, Williams looking inside for Altick. It's not there. Pass is reversed and picked away by Forbes and then tipped out of bounds. We'll see who they call it out on. They'll say it's out on Labette. It'll be Lady Grizzly basketball. So you can already feel the Lady Grizzlies present just a touch more.
Yeah, again, Madison Brandon, she's got to forget about what the ball's doing.
Yeah.
We saw her airball 3 on the last possession. She got to keep shooting.
I'm sure she's already forgotten about it if I had to guess. Here's Sorrell with it at the top of the key. Stewart's open for 3 on the left side. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Dean on the backside. She's played a hard opening minutes here, and she'll dribble it out to the corner and give it to Forbes.
She put
Skip
her own
pass
player on
to
the deck.
Stewart. She did. Here's Sorrell up and under Williams for 2 off the glass. Fort Scott lead is now just 3. One stop at a time is all that you can do as the lead is now just 3. Here's Hardesty breaking the Grizzly press. Gets inside and it is handled out of bounds. Mishandled by Williams. And Coach Steps wants a quick timeout. Perfect start to the second half from these Lady Grizzlies. We'll take a 30-second timeout on KLKC.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital.
The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you,
we will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line,
while we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
Grizzlies have found themselves with the momentum for a change here in the opening couple minutes of the third quarter in Fort Scott. Grizzly lead, or deficit, has now shrunk to 3. I hope that I can say lead here in a few minutes. It'll be Grizzly basketball. A 3 ties it. Here's Sorrell off the press break from Brandon. Here's Dean one-on-one with Williams off the glass. Rebounded by Forbes. Her putback is good. Plus the foul for Lauren Forbes. Nice trail offense there by Lauren Forbes, getting the putback to go plus the foul. So this free throw will tie it for the Lady Grizzlies if she gets it to go. Checking in is Shaw, and checking out is Williams. A couple new Tigers come in. Here comes Yerrick replacing Altick, and Murphy replaces Hardesty. That'll be 3 fouls on Williams. So a big 3 fouls as her inside presence has been a factor tonight. Forbes' free throw is up and long, no good. Rebounded by Elsie Sorrell here. She tries to clear some space, and we get a foul on the Tigers. They could have called a jump ball, but they did call a foul.
Yeah, and the aggressiveness continues to be in favor of Labette County.
Yeah, it was in the first half. I mean, like the on-the-ball aggressiveness, I feel like was in our favor, but just things weren't going our way. Here's Dean with it, flings it inside to the right block. Forbes goes up and under Murphy, but kicks it out to Brandon for the lead. A 3 is nothing but net for Madison Brandon. 21-19, Labette County. 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. My, oh my, the tables have turned. Here is Comstock up at the court, stopped by Dean. Here's Beth with it. You can feel the energy in the gym. Here is a 3 head faked by Yerrick. She reverses it now to Beth at the top. Now left side. Now it's kicked inside to Murphy. Turns and she's rejected, but they do call a foul, I think, on Madison Brandon.
The official underneath doesn't agree, as that's in her zone, and she just kind of put a different look on her face, like I don't know what he's calling. But
so nonetheless, it will be 2 shots for Murphy. That is the second on Madison Brandon and the first team foul of the second half. Murphy's free throw is a little strong. Score remains 21-19. One more free throw for Murphy. Takes a few dribbles. It's on its way, maybe. And it is good this time for Mackenzie Murphy. Grizzly lead now back to just one. Here's Forbes with it. Fort Scott kind of in a half-court press, but they get by. Here's Stewart now going downhill left block, and her floater's a little strong. Rebound chased down by Shaw. She's going to push the pace. Forbes is behind her, and Sorrell gets a hand on it, and it's picked up by Stewart, but they call a kicked ball, as that would have turned into 2 Grizzly points, most likely on the other end, but a kick ball was called. As some of the Grizzlies just turned and looked at her, and it's going to be Fort Scott basketball. I thought it would have been after.
They call it a kick on us, for that's how Carson stole it's what they're saying.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So Carson's foot never came off the ground.
Okay.
Let's just say that.
Okay, yeah. Here's Yerrick with the ball guarded by Brandon on the perimeter. And Brandon gets a hand on it, but it is flung out to Beth in the corner. Goes behind the back, and she comes off of a Shaw screen. Handled nicely by Forbes. She's still in front of Beth as she penetrates and kicks it out to a head-faking Yerrick. Dribbles baseline, pulls up, strong, no good. Backside rebound is snatched by Comstock. And we have a jump ball forced by Carson Stewart. It's going to stay with the Fort Scott Tigers. But you love to see the aggressive play continue from the Lady Grizzlies. Jasmine Perez checks in, replacing Lauren Forbes.
And Fort Scott's last 6 points have all come via the free throw line.
Oh, wow. Nice stat there, Wills. The inbounds pass is stolen away by Anna Dean. She wants to fling it down the court, but she can't control it. She throws it anyways, and it's over the hands of Carson Stewart. Lands out of bounds as she just smiles and walks that one off. It'll be Fort Scott basketball, but the Grizzlies are getting closer and closer to stretching this to a 5-7 point lead, and then hopefully then some.
Yeah, they're just looking for that right momentum to try and gap them.
As checking back in is Altick, and taking a breather is Shaw. Here's Beth with the basketball. Flings it to Yerrick, who tries to get by the trap, and she does. Smart decision there by Yerrick, pushing the pace. Now she bounce passes to the corner. Comstock trapped by Sorrell and Brandon. She has nowhere to go. Throws it off the shin of Sorrell. And we have a timeout. Coach steps. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. We'd like to remind everybody that tonight's broadcast is powered by Labette Health and the Bartlett Co-op. And the video stream sponsors include Labette Health, Bowen Pharmacy, Labette Community College, and Wood Doolahary Insurance. And other sponsors include Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Labette Community College, Clemens Insurance Agency, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Health, Labette Bank, Woodworth Community Services, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Bartlett Co-op, Commercial Bank, Labette County Mental Health Services, No Dine Legal, Tank Connection, USD 506, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, Community National Bank, the Corner Store of Altamont, Thomas Implement, and Farm Bureau Agent Kendall Hall. So 21-20, the Lady Grizzlies have turned the tables here halfway through the third quarter. It's kind of going how I figured. I figured we'd get the lead back, but Will kind of walk us through what we did to change how the momentum shifted.
The defense has continued to be the difference maker for Labette County. Only 1 point in this third quarter so far for the Tigers, but it's all started down here and then let the flow of the game take care of itself.
As Will did mention, that the last 6 points have all come from the free throw line, so a field goal has been a stranger here in the recent minutes. But one is jacked up here by Altick. It's a three, no good. Rebounded by Sorrell, and a foul going the other way. Good call by the ref there, as it's either going to go. I'll just wait and see who she calls it on.
22.
Okay, I thought maybe it was, and it is Keegan Yerrick. That is the 4th team foul for Fort Scott and her first personal. So Fort Scott maybe having to scrap a little bit more, as they are with 4 team fouls.
Fort Scott running the same press that Labette County runs.
They do. They're kind of picking them up at half court here. And another foul on the entry pass to Sorrell. It looks like it's going to be committed by Murphy, as they do get Mackenzie Murphy, the sophomore, on the foul. That's the 5th team foul for Fort Scott and her 2nd personal. Brandon's going to inbound it under her own basket to the high left elbow by Dean. And it's to Stewart. Now Brandon head faking behind the 3-point line. She's going to reverse it out of Sorrell. Quickly inside to Dean. Back out to Perez. Waste no time. Her floater inside's off the glass. Rebounded here. Nice rebound by Murphy. She's going to outlet to Altick. Nice recovery defense by Perez. Altick picks up her dribble. Perez gets a hand on it. Tries to track it down, but it is snagged by Yerrick. And we have another foul. I was looking down at numbers. Was that on Jasmine?
It's on Perez.
So I think that's 3
it is.
On Jasmine Perez, and the 2nd team foul. It is Jasmine's third personal. 2 new Grizzlies check in. It's Wilson and Forbes replacing Sorrell and Perez. So Fort Scott with the ball, still down just 1 despite an early Grizzly push in the third quarter. It will be Yerrick with it left side. Now Altick at the top. Made 2 threes in the first quarter. Don't know if she's scored since. Here on the right side, ball tipped out of bounds by Forbes on the pass from Comstock to Altick. It'll stay with the Fort Scott Tigers. But nonetheless, good defense there by Forbes. Grizzlies have made themselves present in the passing lanes for sure.
Yeah, their 2-3 zone, their bottoms are coming up, making it difficult to go down low. It's trapping every chance you get, really.
It's Beth with the ball, guarded by Stewart. It's being worked around. Ball tipped out again by Madison Brandon as Yerrick tried to kick it to the corner, and Brandon said, no, ma'am. So Fort Scott's going to have to get down in a triple threat position, ball fake, because they're just kind of standing there passing it at this point.
Labette kind of goes back to man now.
As they are shifting the defense around, Coach Snyder does enjoy doing that to opponents, as Beth has it now, trying to find a field goal for these Lady Tigers. She's guarded by Forbes. She has a double screen. She's going to use it, and Forbes gets around it. Beth gets inside, and she's blocked at the rim by Dean, but a foul is called. It looks like she's going to call it on the body, as Beth was kind of thrown off balance as she left the ground. That goes on Anna Dean. That's her third personal. She did pick up 2 early. Third team foul for Labette County. First free throw of 2 for Beth is good. So the score is tied. Even though you would think after a push from the Grizzlies they'd stretch it out. Fort Scott comes right back and ties it. Dean takes a breather, and Sorrell comes in for her. Checking in for the first time tonight is Kate Holder, the 5'7" sophomore, replacing Jessie Comstock.
And Fort Scott just put their 14th player in the game.
Wow,
tonight.
14, and that's about what we guesstimated last time they put in.
3's all that's left with their warm-up tops on.
As they are a deep team indeed, as Beth knocks down the second free throw, giving the Lady Tigers back the lead with 2:40 to go in the third quarter. A pass is up the court to Forbes across the paint, intercepted by Yerrick. Pass wasn't quite there, but Holder isn't ready for it, and Stewart tips it out of bounds. It's going to go to the Fort Scott Tigers. So each team, Grizzlies threw it away, then Fort Scott tried to, but it was tipped out by Stewart. Checking back in for the Tigers is Wonderly, and taking a breather is Altick. Here's Beth with the basketball. Grizzlies down 1, 2:25 to go in the third quarter, and a foul's called on Shelby Wilson, and she seems kind of off tonight. As Coach Snyder does not like what she sees after that foul. She wants a quick 30-second timeout, so we'll take 30 seconds with them here on KLKC.
If you want to help others, then join Labette Community College Dental Assistant Program to place yourself in a field with rewarding income potential, job growth, mobility, and a career that's ever-changing. Start today for an engaging career, which may serve as a starting point to become a hygienist or dentist. Earn a certificate in as little as 9 months or an associate's degree in dental assisting in as little as 2 years. Earn your dental assistant degree for as little as $119 per credit hour. Call today to find out more about this exciting program being offered at the LCC Cherokee Center near Pittsburgh.
Lady Tigers lead the visiting Lady Grizzlies tonight with 2:24 to go in the third quarter, 22-21. I'm Jack Leake. Alongside me is Will Owens. We'll see if the Lady Grizzlies, they did take the lead as they were down 6 at the break, 19-13. Now trail by 1, 22-21. We'll see if they can turn the tables again, as just a few moments ago they did have the lead. Here's Yerrick with the ball, swinging it around the perimeter to Beth. Right back to Yerrick. Now Holder, left side. She flings it high right elbow. Now Beth has it behind the three-point line. Beth gets an edge on Stewart, swings it to Holder, who squares up from deep, and it's long. We'll see if it lands out of bounds, and Brandon tipped it, and it did go off of Yerrick as it tumbled out of bounds. So it'll be Lady Grizzly basketball searching back for that lead.
Yeah, in the 2-2-1 press, you think you'd be normal about going against this since you're probably running against your JV a little bit. But Labette County seems to be a little bamboozled by it right now.
As Wilson skips it across half court to Stewart and gets it right back. Now she'll fling it to Brandon. Brandon throws it right back to Wilson at the top. Now Stewart left wing. Fort Scott in that 2-3 that gave us fits in the first half. Here's Brandon right side, looking inside for Sorrell. She'll hit her. She catches, backs down, shoots no good. Rebounded by Murphy. So Sorrell not necessarily finishing how she'd like to or how she usually does. Here's Beth reversing it as nothing inside was there. She has it, flings it inside over the top. It's intercepted, and there's a foul. A foul. It's either going to be on Elsie Sorrell, if I had to guess. As it is on Elsie Sorrell, that's the 5th team foul, so each team with 5 team fouls, and the first personal on Elsie Sorrell.
And Coach
So,
Snyder,
big foul.
Coach Snyder doesn't tend to disagree over there. She just looks at her bench and said, yeah, maybe.
As it looks like she's going to send Claire Carnahan to the booth as she puts her hand on her shoulder. It is Fort Scott basketball, maybe, as Lauren Forbes steals the inbounds pass. It's a big steal. She almost travels, but kept that foot planted. It's been that kind of a night. Here's Stewart with it to the right, jump stops, and kicks it to Wilson, who flings it inside to Sorrell. Back out to Brandon at the top for 3. It's good for Madison Brandon. They needed that one really bad. It's 24-22 Lady Grizzlies, 60 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here's Fort Scott, breaks the Grizzly press at half court. Here in the right corner is Wonderly. Inside to Yerrick. Now back out for 3. Holder wants another. It's short again. Rebounded underneath the basket by Wonderly. And she steps out of bounds. It'll be Lady Grizzly basketball and momentum.
With the way the officials are calling this game, I fear for the boys' game.
I could have finished that sentence for you. I knew what you were going to say. That's true. I didn't even think about that. I wonder if Tripp Brock will get 4 charges again.
I'm thinking
was
Tripp
it the
Brock,
game we played Fort Scott when he got
I'm thinking post players might be fouling out.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it's a little bit cleaner game. As Lauren Forbes has it, 40 seconds to go. A 2-point lead feels like a lot. It does. Like it's been that kind of a night for these Lady Grizzlies as they're up just 2, but it feels awful good. If you've been with us this whole time, the Grizzlies have been down for a lot of the game. Here's Brandon in the corner, wants another 3, and she gets it. Madison Brandon pumps her fist as she moves down the court. It's 27-22 Lady Grizzlies. Madison Brandon's hand is catching fire. 15 seconds and counting, passes over the top to the baseline. Yerrick's going to reverse it. Here's Holder on the left wing. She flings it to the other side. Here's a 3, head faked by Yerrick. Now back out to Wonderly for 3. It's in and out. Big miss there from Wonderly, and a foul going the other way on Fort Scott. 3.3 seconds on the clock. Enough time for the Lady Grizzlies to get a decent look at the goal. That's the 6th team foul on Fort Scott, and it is on Yerrick. That's her 2nd personal. Brandon inbounds it to Stewart. 2 seconds, right back to Brandon. She gets to half court, launches it, and it's not quite going to get there. So at the end of 3, Labette County 27, Lady Tigers 22. They're back in it, folks. We'll take a 30-second timeout on KLKC. You're listening to Lady Grizzly basketball.
It could happen any time or place. You feel a tingle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you're trying to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke. It's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time. That smells fast.
Better call 911.
At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health.
Everybody to Fort Scott is for once after a break. I have good news. The Lady Grizzlies have a 5-point lead over the Lady Tigers. And I say that's good news because it's been a rare occasion tonight as the Lady Tigers have shocked. They've shell-shocked these Lady Grizzlies in the first half as they had a 6-point lead going into the halftime break. But the Lady Grizzlies clawed back into this one, no pun intended, with a 5-point lead, 8 minutes to go and the basketball. Here's Carson Stewart head faking, kicks it out to Brandon, and we have a 3-second violation on Anna Dean. So it'll be Fort Scott basketball. So Fort Scott not quite going away.
You asked for a ball game, Jack, and you're getting
I
one.
did. I don't know why I said that at pregame. But Fort Scott's played a really good basketball game. Can't take credit away from them. It is Altick with the basketball. Fort Scott just now crosses half court. It is Hardesty with it, and we're going to have a blocking foul. And that'll be the 6th team foul on Labette County. Each team with 6 team fouls, so at the next foul, they will be at 1-1.
I love how Coach Snyder addressed Elsie right there. Try to move your feet. I know you're tired. Try to move your feet.
Yeah, as that's her 2nd personal foul. And it'll be Altick in the corner, right back to Hardesty. Squared up on Perez, but kicked it to the top to Comstock. Right back to Hardesty, 4-3, short, no good. Rebounded by Beth in the paint. She takes 2 dribbles and picks it up. Sorrell and Perez trap her, and it's intercepted by Brannon. But it seems like the ref thought maybe Coach Steps called a timeout as he blows his whistle, and it's kind of an official timeout. It looks like
errant whistle will be Labette County basketball.
Yeah, as it does look like, yeah, it's going to be Labette County basketball, but
kind of a weird stoppage of play there as they're talking about it a little bit.
Say it's one you don't see too often, but the coaches are saying jump ball. Which, right now it doesn't hurt anybody.
As it looks like they are going to come to the conclusion of a jump ball, so it will be Fort Scott basketball.
Now Labette County just gets the next held ball.
Right.
Inadvertent whistle, it should go to whoever had the ball last. It's just like a ball going up the floor and you blow the whistle on accident. You don't take the ball away from the team.
So definitely a rare occasion there, as Will explained. Here is an entry pass over the top to Altick. She dribbles off her foot. It's on the court, and there we have the jump ball, as Will just talked about it, as it'll be Lady Grizzly basketball this time, plus a stop on this end, so a bonus for the Lady Grizzlies, up 5, 7.5 to go. Brandon inbounds it to Perez near center court. She gets by Beth. She's wasting no time. Gets to the block, spins, kicks it out to Dean behind the three-point line. Here's Brandon at the top, swinging it to Carson Stewart. Now Perez left side, back to Dean in the corner. Dean skips it to the other side. Stewart right inside the three-point line. It's her favorite. It's short, rebounded by Beth on the backside. She's dribbling with her head up as she does a really good job of that as she gets by Perez and Dean. Beth gets inside the three-point line and moves it back out.
Yeah, it's almost like Jasmine was a little scared there. If I barely touch her body, they're going to blow the whistle on me
I
right
can't
now.
blame her, because I think she has 3 personal fouls. All of them have been pretty touchy. Here's Hardesty with it, bounce pass to Beth as Perez kind of backs off on her a little bit. 6:40 to go. Grizzlies up 5. Each team with 16 fouls, so with the next foul, they'll be shooting free throws. As a Tiger hits the deck, it's Beth, no foul called. Pass almost intercepted by Brandon, but Hardesty gets to the paint and a foul's called. A reach-in foul on the Lady Grizzlies. It is on Elsie Sorrell. I believe that's her 3rd personal. 7th team foul, so a 1-and-1 from Hardesty to come. It is Elsie's 3rd personal. This will be a big miss by Hardesty. If she misses, Hardesty's free throw is up, and it is no good. Rattles in and out. Rebound Sorrell. Here's Brandon up the court to Dean. A bucket here would be nice. You could maybe breathe a little bit. Not really. Here's Sorrell inside from Perez. Turns, and she does get caught traveling. So just those little things has kind of made this game what it is. As Forbes quickly checks in for Sorrell.
Yeah, and it's the little things. Labette County is tired. You can tell these girls are tired right now.
Yeah, you can, and still they found a way to get where they wanted to be, which is with a lead in this one, as they have barely had it all game. Here's a pass intercepted by Brandon, picked up by Dean. They're making things happen now. Here's Stewart across the paint to Perez. She lays it up and in for Jasmine Perez. Nice defense, turned into transition offense and points. 29-22 Lady Grizzlies. Here is Comstock with it, guarded by Perez. She's double-teamed now, picks up her dribble, flings it to Hardesty now. Nice bounce pass inside, cannot be handled by Williams. It rolls out of bounds. It's Lady Grizzly basketball. We'll see if they can extend on this lead. Brandon throws it into Stewart now, right back to Brandon. Brandon looking over the top of this Tiger press as she hits Dean at half court. She turns, passes to Stewart. It's picture perfect. She gets to the block and is rejected at the rim by Williams, but a late whistle is blown, and it will be a foul on Addie Williams. So it looks like Carson Stewart will indeed go to the line to shoot 2. As really any opportunity you get in a game like this, you just want to keep scoring anytime you can. As Stewart is short, no good. Didn't quite put enough leg into that one. As Shaw checks in for Williams and Murphy checks in for Altick, and one more comes in late. It is Yerrick replacing Hardesty. Stewart's second free throw is up, and it is good. Hits the front of the rim and falls true. 30-22 Lady Grizzlies. 8-point lead. Feels like a lot in this one. And a pass is almost picked away by Perez, but Shaw has it, gets it back from Comstock. Shaw picks up her dribble, bounce passes to Comstock. She's almost triple-teamed here on the recovery defense. Passes skip now to Beth. She has it behind the three-point line, and she takes baseline, gets all the way under the basket, and flips it to a Shaw who wasn't ready. On the deck is Comstock, and Beth has it now for Fort Scott. Now Comstock at the top of the key. Here's a 3 head fake, and she got caught walking, was Yerrick, as it will be Lady Grizzly basketball, and you hope that it's the beginning
of a downfall for the Lady Tigers, but the way the first 3 quarters are going, or the first half, you really can't count them out. As a quick turnover is forced here, it looked like Comstock got a hand on it, and Shaw is coming away with it. Grizzlies can't quite stretch this one, Will.
Yeah, they can't quite hit that double-digit mark, and I think if they would, everybody in this gym would breathe a little bit, but you're still hanging in that single digit, and Beth can put her team on her shoulders.
As Beth does get by a defender and pulls up from just inside and gets it to go, but we do have a whistle. They have not put the points on the board yet, and we'll see what the whistle is. The basket is good, but plus a foul. But it wasn't an and one. It was a foul away from Beth who made it. So it is Mackenzie Murphy shooting a 1-and-1. So this can be a 4-point possession for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, they get Forbes on a box out there saying on the backside, maybe a little too aggressive.
As the free throw's strong, no good, big miss there from Murphy, as that would have made it hairy.
And as I can hear Coach Argerby saying on the bench, if this was his game, ball don't lie.
Yeah, he probably would have told the ref that.
Probably.
30-24 Lady Grizzlies. They can't quite get away from the Tigers in Fort Scott. Here is Forbes working inside on Murphy. She turns, shoots, it's no good. Rebound snatched down by Dean. She soars in from behind the free throw line and outlet to Forbes. Forbes has it right back to Dean. She turns with the left. Off the glass, it's good for Anna Dean. 32-24.
Forbes is hurting.
As Forbes maybe got her, she's holding her left kind of collarbone shoulder area, so we hope that she's okay. She came out of the game quick and goes straight to the locker room.
Straight to the locker room.
So something is giving Lauren Forbes fits. We hope she is okay. 32-24, halfway through the fourth quarter. 4 minutes to go in this one. Here's Comstock with it. She reverses it back out to Beth. Now Yerrick on the left wing, back out to Beth. Beth head fakes on Perez. Kicks it to Comstock in the corner, guarded by Brandon. Now Beth at the top. I don't think Beth has made a 3. Hasn't shot that many, if any. Here's a 3 by Yerrick. It's strong. Tipped out of bounds by Sorrell. It'll stay with the Lady Tigers. Coach Steps ordering Beth to skip the ball a little bit quicker, it looked like.
Still no sign of Lauren back on the bench for Labette County.
Yeah, she made her way straight to the locker room, so we wish all the best for Lauren
Her locker
Forbes.
room's that way. So she went back to the boys' locker room.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
I'd say just to get out of the visual of
yeah,
everybody.
she looked like she was maybe going to tear up, as she may have been in some immense pain. Here's a 3 in the corner by Shaw, off the mark to the right. 2 girls hit the deck, and a jump ball is forced by Perez and Yerrick, as Lauren Forbes does make her way back already, as Wilson tended to her. And it looks like they're going to send possibly Maddie Hayward into the game here. Maybe not, but Wilson was talking to Hayward a little bit as Forbes sat down still in some pain. It'll be Fort Scott basketball off the jump ball.
Something to do with that shoulder. 2 weeks ago, or not last, I don't know about yesterday, but the game before, that same shoulder gave her some fits, and so I don't know if it's something to do with either some bruising or pops out and pops back in, kind of like Hudson Baker, whatever it may be.
Hopefully that's all it is a 3 by Yerrick is short, no good, or Altick. Here is Perez on the transition to Dean behind the three-point line. Now Brandon, high right elbow to Sorrell, right back out to the corner. Perez, 4-3, it's strong. Rebound tracked down in the corner by Shaw. Harmony Shaw has done a good job on the boards for these Lady Tigers. As Sorrell hits the deck hard. That's happened a few times to these Lady Grizzlies. Here's Altick swinging it around now to Yerrick, who penetrates. Kicks it out to Beth, back to Altick. Beth has it now, almost in the corner. What are you thinking, Will? I see you thinking over there.
I'm sitting here thinking, if they want to sit out there and dribble the ball, let them. Quit pressuring them.
Yeah, they're not having really any sense of urgency as they are down 8. We have a foul.
She grabbed her arm.
Madison Brandon.
She lost complete track of her. She just grabbed her arm.
Hey, I guess if you can't stay in front of them, just grab them and hope they don't see it, right?
Yeah, I guess.
As Beth goes to the line.
I did see that one. It was one of those that you couldn't believe it, but it happened.
Comstock is going to check in for Beth if she can get them both to go. So Beth's front end of the 1-and-1. It's a big one here with 2:42 on the clock. It is good for Ella Beth. She's a pretty good free throw shooter. I think she's 4 for 5 on the night. I really not sure. As Coach Schneider wants a full timeout, it is 60 seconds, so we'll only take 30 so we make sure you don't miss any action here in Fort Scott. Grizzlies up 5 with 2:42 to go. We'll take 30 seconds here on KLKC.
I'm a patriot and a mechanic, which means I know the difference between a symbol and a tool. The American flag is a symbol of everything that I would die to defend. This is a tool. It's says nothing about my politics. I wear it to protect the people that I love. We have a job to do, and this is the right tool for that job.
Welcome back to Fort Scott, everybody. I did hesitate when I said the Grizzlies were only up 5 because I thought it seemed weird, as it does look like we do have some scoring troubles, as I didn't think we were only up 5. As Heather Wilson, the assistant coach for the Lady Grizzlies, is at the booth talking to the scorekeeper. I think they gave Fort Scott an extra 2, if not 1.
Yeah, and I don't think you're going to get them to change it.
Wow.
Nope, they did.
Okay, they did. They should.
Too.
Even if I noticed, it must have been blatant, because I don't notice stuff like that.
We got 2 books against each other.
Yeah.
If they really want to go at it.
Yeah.
I keep a book, and Coach Price has got a book down there.
So 32-25, they do correct the score. Beth puts up her second free throw, and it is good. So Comstock does check in, but not for Beth. So Beth will stay on the court. Here's Brandon with it. Grizzlies up 6 with 2.5 to go. Here on the road, ball's tipped out of bounds by Yerrick. It will stay with the Lady Grizzlies. Perez could not quite throw over the top of Yerrick.
As they got ice on Lauren Forbes' shoulder now, so I'd say she's done for the night.
I would assume. As good minutes there by Forbes guarding Beth tonight. Beth has not lit it up by any means, as Madison Hayward does check in for the first time tonight, replacing Jasmine Perez. Hayward's going to throw it in, surveying. Hits Brandon near the half-court line. We are now at the 2-minute and 30-second mark. Entry pass to Dean. She works to the left, puts it up with the left, gets the foul, but not the basket.
Say on the floor.
Foul's on the floor, so she will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 rather than 2 shots if it would have been on the shot. So she can extend this lead to 8 if she hits them both. And it has just been hard. They've gotten the lead back, and Fort Scott's played good, so you know it'd be tough. But the Lady Grizzlies have struggled to just hit the Lady Tigers with that knockout punch that we had kind of been waiting on.
Yeah, Brandon tried there in the third quarter to help deliver. She had 9 in the third alone.
Wow.
But just not able to quite get over the hump of what you're looking for.
Yeah. As Dean's first free throw is good. Yeah, you're right, but in a night like tonight, I mean, if you win by 1, you're somewhat pleased.
Yeah.
By the way, the first half win as Dean's second free throw hits the front of the rim and falls in. 34-26, 2:25 to go. Beth has it, skips it up the court to Yerrick. Can't really corral it, but she does, and she double dribbles. As she had it, dribbled, lost it, and dribbled again. So a quick turnover there for the Tigers. Only 4 seconds came off the clock, and it's right back in the hands of the Grizzlies. Altick checks out along with Yerrick. And it's Shaw and Murphy checking in. Here's Sorrell at half court, turns and throws it to Stewart as they break the half court press. Back out to Hayward. Now Dean at the top. Dean has it guarded by Comstock. Hands it off to Stewart now. Dribbles over in front of the ref. Picks up her dribble, hits Sorrell. Now Hayward, entry pass to Dean. She's working down on Murphy, and she turns, shoots, and scores on a Dean. Has really figured out how to use her body down there and score at will. It's 36-26, Lady Grizzlies on top.
And Dean just entered double figures here tonight.
It's a good game for Anna for sure, as she really has started to play quality basketball over the past month or so.
And she's really started to figure out her sister Gwen. She was around the same time I was. Her sister figured out about that junior season midway through, and the same way here for Anna right now.
So you can definitely see a comparison there as we do get a stop under the basket there. It's our basketball, 36-26, minute 25 to go. Carson Stewart has it working on Comstock at the top. Gives it out to Hayward now, guarded by Hardesty. Brandon's open, but Hardesty fouls Hayward. So it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Madison Hayward at the free throw line. This lead can grow to 12. Checking in is Addie Williams. Sitting down is Murphy. And Altick checks in as well for Comstock. Altick hit a couple threes in the first quarter to build on that momentum. Has she scored since? If so, not too many. Altick?
No.
She has not
all
scored.
All 8 are in the first quarter.
All 8 in the first quarter. Hayward's front end is no good. Rebounded by Altick up the court to Hardesty. She needs to go, and she will. Gets in between Hayward and her layup's no good, but she is fouled. So a nice transition push by Hardesty, and that is 4, Will says, on Madison Hayward, or Madison Brannon. Too many Madisons. That's her fourth personal, 10th team foul.
We could go find a third Madison to put on the team.
Oh, I'm sure we could
There's one sitting at home watching the live stream. We could go say, hey, we need you to suit up tonight.
As Hardesty's first free throw is good. I'm trying to think of who it is.
Hellwig.
Okay, Madison Hellwig.
We've been getting texts from that family wondering about the game if it was on the live stream.
Oh, I see.
Up
Do we
now.
have our live stream fixed?
It
okay.
is.
I was thinking about firing Noah, but you know what? I'll give him another chance. He's worth it. He's worth a second chance. Noah Myers, the best in the business. It is the second free throw by Hardesty is on its way, and it is good. 37-28. Fort Scott still in this one as Coach Steps wants a timeout. We'll keep it here, and we'd like to remind everybody that tonight's broadcast is powered by Labette Health and the Bartlett Co-op, and our video stream sponsors include Labette Health, Bowen Pharmacy, Labette Community College, and Wood Doolahary Insurance. And make sure you stay tuned for our post-game show, which will be brought to you by Bowen Pharmacy. And other sponsors include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Health, Labette Bank, Woodworth Community Services, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Bartlett Co-op, Commercial Bank, Labette County Mental Health Services, Nodine Legal, Tank Connection, USD 506, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, Community National Bank, the Corner Store of Altamont, Thomas Implement, and Farm Bureau Agent Kendall Hall.
Hey, I like Fort Scott a little bit more right now. Gotta fight for your right to party, famous Travis Kelce saying.
Where's that at? Oh,
they're saying it right. They just played the song right here.
Oh, that's that song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As Tom Brady has been doing a lot of partying.
Like he has. He had to have knee surgery, so he's going to join the club.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the club, Tom. Hey, I can say I'm in a club with Tom Brady. Not many people can say that.
No.
As Dean's looking for an inbounder, and it'll be stolen away, but a foul will be called, I think, on Carson Stewart.
Carson looks a little shaken up following the collision.
As that'll be 2 more free throws for Kenzie Hardesty. This lead can get to 6 for the Lady Grizzlies, so they have to be careful. Fort Scott not wanting to go away as they're trying to maybe see who the foul's on.
We're talking about if it's an inbound, if it'd just be...
It is on Stewart.
Labette County fans aren't pleased with it behind us.
Well, yeah, they are not. And it will be inbounded.
They say it's a player control foul.
Okay, so it will be inbounded, not free throws for the Tigers. Yerrick inbounds it over the top. It's intercepted by Carson Stewart. Karma at its finest, and a foul on Ella Beth. Stewart's going to go to the other end to shoot 2.
Same official who called the out-of-control foul called this one.
He did. As that knots up each team with 10 fouls. That's the 3rd on Ella Beth. Stewart with 2 free throws to come. Stewart's first free throw is up and hits the front of the rim and dies. No good for Carson Stewart. I think that Stewart is 0 for... Okay, no, she's
1 for 3 now.
All the ones she's made, maybe except for that one in the second quarter, have been short. So I'm curious to see.
She didn't shoot a free throw in the second quarter, buddy.
Oh, I thought I saw a first half from Stewart.
Nope. She's only
okay.
shot
I saw that
throws
circle from her total. Okay.
Yep.
But all the ones she's missed, she's left short. So we'll see if she can counteract this one as it's on its way, and it is good. Pretty shot there from Carson Stewart. It is 37, Labette County, Fort Scott 28. 60 seconds to go here in this one. It's Hardesty skipping it up to Murphy. Back to Hardesty, probes a little bit, kicks it out. Here's a 3 by Yerrick, in and out. It would have been helpful. Rebounded by Beth. Now Altick with it. Back to the corner, Hardesty. Drives baseline, runs into Dean, and Hayward has it hit her feet, but Beth corrals it. Nice pass to Yerrick, and it is good. A 3 by Keegan Yerrick. A nice extra pass by Ella Beth. Dean throws it into Stewart. Grizzlies now just up 6 with 30 seconds left, and Dean is fouled by Murphy. Dean's going to get 2 more free throws on this end to get the lead back to 8. So Fort Scott unwillingly to just go away.
It's going to be a long 30 seconds here, Jack.
It is. I have a feeling you're right. Dean's free throw is up and hits the front of the rim and rattles home. Big free throw from Anna Dean and another one to come. One more is on its way, and nothing but net for Anna Dean. So she's decently over double figures.
Two big ones.
Say that again?
2 big free throws.
Yeah, they were big free throws from Anna Dean. 25 seconds to go. Fort Scott down 8. Altic has it go off her foot from Beth. They need to move. Here's Beth working left to right, gets inside, flips it up, and she's fouled by Anna Dean on the body. So Labette's going to go to the line to shoot 2. That's 4 on Anna Dean, so she's done a good job of playing with those 2 early fouls. I believe they were both in the first quarter.
Yeah,
I would assume.
I couldn't tell you that, but yeah.
Okay.
Around that first half.
Yeah. Labette's shooting 2. Her first free throw is up and good. Labette, I don't think she's missed a free throw tonight.
Not yet.
Yeah, not
I
yet.
hope you spoke it to life.
We'll see what happens here. We'll see what the announcer jinxes. He might take a night off. He was busy last night.
Was he?
He might not have got out of bed today.
Quite a few last night.
We'll see if he's awake. It's on its way, and it is good. He slept in. The announcer jinx is not here tonight. It's 39-33, 15 seconds in running. Madison Brandon crosses half court and is fouled by Jesse Comstock. So now Maddie Brandon goes to the line to shoot 2 and hopefully extend it to where it's not a foul game anymore, but we'll see. That's the second foul on Comstock. Maddie Brandon had 9 points in the third quarter, a big reason why we turned the tables on the Tigers, and it is good for Maddie Brandon. 40-33, one more to come from Maddie Brandon. Williams checks back in, replacing Jaden LaRocher, the sophomore, who got a few minutes tonight. She played a little bit more back in Harrison, but not quite as many minutes tonight, as it looks like Yerrick came back in as well. Here's Brandon. Her second free throw is nothing but net. 42-33, or 41-33 rather. 11 seconds on the clock. Here's Beth with it. She kicks it to the corner. They need to put something up. Altic shoots a 3, and it looked good, but it's not. And Stewart tracks it down, and Beth plumbs right into a chair on the bench. Hops right up, skips right back onto the court. She laid out. It did. Like a lot of fans up here just stood up to see if she was okay, because that did look ugly. But she looks like she's ready to play another 4 quarters.
They're going to say it's Fort Scott basketball.
Yeah. Is it, maybe, I don't know, somebody stepped on the line. 2 seconds on the clock. Williams puts up a 2-pointer. It's no good. Buzzer sounds here in Fort Scott. Lady Grizzlies, after trailing by 6 at the half, put on a show in the second. 41-33, Lady Grizzlies come out on top. Nice performance by the Lady Tigers, however. So we will take a 2-minute timeout and have our post-game show brought to you by Bowen Pharmacy. 2 minutes on KLKC. You just listened to a Lady Grizzly victory.
Wood Doolahary Insurance 2020 is over. We're looking forward to a great 2021. The Chiefs are looking strong, and so are we.
Zoom calls are still part of everyday office life, and we're still social distancing.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood Doolahary Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
And proud partner of Auto Owners Insurance.
It could happen any time or place. You feel a tickle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you're trying to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke. It's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time. That smells fast.
Better call 911.
At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health. If you want to help others, then join Labette Community College Dental Assistant Program to place yourself in a field with rewarding income potential, job growth, mobility, and a career that's ever-changing. Start today for an engaging career, which may serve as a starting point to become a hygienist or dentist. Earn a certificate in as little as 9 months or an associate's degree in dental assisting in as little as 2 years. Earn your dental assistant degree for as little as $119 per credit hour. Call today to find out more about this exciting program being offered at the LCC Cherokee Center near Pittsburgh.
Lady Grizzlies find a way in the second half to come back after trailing 19-13 at the break. Will, before we dive in, do you have some stats for us?
First for the home team, the Fort Scott Lady Tigers. Labette leads the way for the Tigers with 13 points, only 4 of them coming from the field. The rest by the charity stripe as she finishes 10 of 10 from the free throw line tonight.
Wow.
Or 8 of 8, correction. 8 of 8 from the free throw line. And then it follows with Altic with 8, all 8 of those coming in quarter number 1. Hardesty with 7. Garrick with 3. Shaw with 2. And Murphy with 1. And for the Labette County Lady Grizzlies, it is Anna Dean with 12. Maddie Brandon with 11. Jasmine Perez with 6. Lauren Forbes with 4. Carson Stewart with 4, and Elsie Sorrell with 4. The Lady Grizzlies, after starting out slow with only 13 in the first quarter, they outscore themselves in the third quarter as they have 14 points total in the third quarter and 15 in the fourth quarter, back to their traditional style.
Fort Scott just had 3 in the third quarter, if you didn't already mention.
As Fort Scott has 3 in the third and 11 in the fourth. Yeah. Only 2 field goals for the Tigers in the entire second half of this one. All the rest of the points coming from the free throw stripe.
Yeah, and so after that sloppy start, and Fort Scott played pretty good, still only down 6 at the break, but you mentioned it kind of feeling like a trap game. It did. But, you know, everybody, and I'm sure even including some Fort Scott fans, were kind of thinking, okay, when are the Grizzlies going to wake up and when are they going to snap? And they did, but maybe just a little later than some people intended. They waited so long as it led some people to believe maybe we were going to be upset tonight, but they were maybe just teasing us a little bit, and it wasn't funny at first. But they did get out of it here with a win, as they did put it on the Tigers in the third and fourth quarter. Maddie Brandon made 3 big three-pointers there in the third quarter. But this just goes to show, coming off a good win last night, they did look a little tired. I think maybe there was a little bit, a tinge of underestimation involved as well. You could kind of see it a little bit in some of their travel calls and maybe thinking they could get by with this type of closeout when in reality you needed to get a little closer and put your hands higher. They just did some things a step back from where we're used to seeing them do it, maybe due in the first half to some underestimation.
Yeah, Labette County was flat. Like you mentioned, they didn't look ready to play, and it hurt them. I mean, they right out of the gate, they were in this ball game, but they didn't look like there was a chance they were going to win. Whatever Coach Snyder said at half, you got to be happy you're getting out of here with a W.
Sure.
Fort Scott of all places. We were talking about it on the way here. Fort Scott's probably one of the toughest places to win in the SEK. If you look around all the schools, look around the great home court advantages, this is the place. They don't call it the Tigers Den for nothing, as it is truly that place to come into, and it's a straight fight all the way till the end.
Yeah, it is. It's not an easy place to win, and I think we'll see hints of that in our boys game. I'm just guessing. But Anna Dean, as we still have some time, because I think it's homecoming night here in Fort Scott, so we have a little bit more time before the boys game tips. But Anna Dean has been a huge factor for this Grizzly team the past month, I'll go to say. Just talk about her a little bit. She picks up where she's been leaving off. 12 points tonight, shooting free throws well, doing what she needs to do, and knowing how and when to shot block on the other end as well.
Yeah, 6 of 7 from the free throw lines on it tonight. 6 points coming from the field, 2 big ones in the fourth quarter. And she does the little things. She's the help defender. She's the rebounder. She's the blocker. She's who we call the blue-collar player. You talk about it in any level of sports, whether that's baseball, whether that's football, whether that's basketball. It's a player who does the little things, a player that it's not going to be lighting everything up. Grant, here since the Burlington tournament, she's been that player, constantly in the top 3 of the scoring totals, but she continues to be the stats. She stuffs the stats is what she does. And she never gets too high. She never gets too low. You could tell tonight.
Yeah.
She knew when she had to be loud and take over, and we heard her all the way up here. We heard her yell, ball, ball, ball.
She's taken more control, her confidence.
Basketball.
Yeah. You can see and hear her confidence, literally. So she's definitely elevated her game a lot. And you mentioned her being a blue-collar player who does the little things, which is 100% true. But I feel like this Lady Grizzly team has 5 or 6 of those players.
Yeah,
they all do that stuff.
You can classify. They all got their own blue-collar techniques. You look at Carson Stewart. Carson, you could say she goes in and she does the little things when it comes to rebounds. She does the defensive work. Lauren Forbes does the defensive work and does the dirty work on the inside, takes the tough defenders down. Then you flip scripts and you keep looking down the list. Now you get to deal with, looking through here, Elsie Sorrell. She's not going to score it well every night. 4 points tonight, but numerous rebounds. And it just continues. Perez, Carnahan, Perez being the biggest factor off the bench for this squad, constantly going, constantly an upbeat, never looks tired, never looks worn out, nothing. It's just always a constant motor, and that's what this team is right now, 1 through 7, 1 through 8, whatever they are.
Yeah, for sure. I could not have said it any better. This team is really good and has the potential, and you were saying, what is your dream? Win state, get to that Final Four. This is a team that can go make that happen. This is a really good Grizzly team, possibly one of the better ones we've seen since some of the Gartner and the Gegg eras. Those were some pretty salty teams back in the day.
And you look at the Gartner-Gegg era, I'm not taking anything away from that era. Gartner and Gegg were good, and they had players around them, but I think this team's probably got more depth.
I agree.
Than what either of those teams had. Those two teams had 2 scorers who could go in and score 25, 30 points a game at will.
True.
And 2 of them could do it by themselves.
Yeah. No, that's true. I totally agree. This is a really good team. And no matter how good you are, some people are going to look at the score from tonight's girls game and go, oh, wow. You know, even though we got out of here with a win, people are going to look at that score at face value and think, man, Fort Scott gave Labette County a run for their money, which is true. But no matter how good of a team you are, you're going to have games like this. You're going to have games like this. It just happens. You're humans, not robots. So, homecoming is over their presentation. They have 15 seconds on the clock. It's not quite running yet, so we'll take a 5-minute break. That was your postgame show brought to you by Bowen Pharmacy. And when we come back, we'll have the voice of the Grizzlies, Will Owens. So 5 minutes here on KLKC.